The most powerful US Republican after the president, Mitch McConnell, has finally congratulated Joe Biden on his election victory, 6 weeks after the poll. There's still no acknowledgement, though, from Donald Trump. Our North America correspondent David Willis reports.
6 weeks after the US presidential election, Joe Biden's victory is finally being acknowledged by senior Republicans. Monday's endorsement by the Electoral College prompting the leader of the Senate to break his silence and call for members of his party to move on.
The Electoral College has spoken. So today I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. The President-elect is no stranger to the Senate. He's devoted himself to public service for many years. I also want to congratulate the Vice President-elect, our colleague from California, Senator Harris. Beyond our differences, all Americans can take pride that our nation has a female Vice President-elect for the very first time.
Yet whilst members of his party seem willing to bring weeks of fractious and ultimately futile legal challenges to an end, Donald Trump continues to allege, without evidence, that the election was subject to voter fraud. At the White House, his press secretary was asked, is the president himself willing to acknowledge Joe Biden as the president-elect?
The president is still involved in ongoing litigation related to the election. Yesterday's vote was one step in the constitutional process, so I will leave that to him and refer you to the campaign for more on that litigation.
What additional litigation might consist of is anyone's guess. Numerous attempts to get the election outcome overturned in appeals all the way to the US Supreme Court have all been rebuffed, many of them by judges appointed by Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the largest vaccination program in this country's history continues, with healthcare workers at the front of the line. Officials hope to immunise 20 million people this month and the rest of the population by the summer of next year. A second vaccine, made by the American company Moderna, is expected to receive federal approval this week. The need is urgent indeed. At the National Cathedral in the capital, Washington, D.C., the bell was rung once each for every 1,000 Americans who've died of COVID-19. That figure now stands at 300,000 and rising. David Willis, BBC News, Los Angeles.